Yeah.
So at one point you end up working with No ID, right?
Yeah, I used to go out to Chicago and stay at his crib. We used to go record shopping for days, be at like one warehouse.
Was this pre-Kanye?
Yeah, before he, well, no. He had brought Kanye around. Because I remember, I think the first time we went, Kanye was around. But he was never around when I would go out to Chicago. I went out to Chicago quite a few times. I'd stay at his parents' house, and I'd stay there for a few days at a time, and we go record shopping every morning. We go straight to the record store, warehouse. I mean, warehouses that took 3 days to go through, and you still didn't go through it. Where they had sometimes triple of something that you're looking for, and it's like, wow, I found 4 or 5 copies of this. It's like you almost feel bad and say, here, I'm gonna leave this for the next digger. That's how many things they had. And No ID, when he was first working with the Common, he would call me almost every night, asking me, hey, what record is this? What's the original record Large Professor got these drums from? And what is this? And he'd call me all the time. So I'd give him titles. And I guess Chicago was so loaded that he'd find these records with no problem.
So you never got to work with Kanye though?
Yeah. No, I never got to work with Kanye. It's funny, the first time I met Kanye was at DJ Honda's house. And nobody was messing with him, right? He was a Kanye, you see how he talker? Same thing. Same exact thing, no difference. So I guess he got dumped on me. That even Juju looked at me and was laughing like, "Oh man, you're stuck with him." Not that he knew him; he was just a talker, and I'm like, so I'm listening to everything he has to say.
What is he saying?
No, he's just saying, hey, he goes, man, I want to do beats like y'all. I want to get some more polo. Right now today you can buy polo stores, right? And so he's like, and it's funny because I had a polo jacket, right? And he's like, oh man, he goes, what? He goes, I love this jacket, man. This came out in blah 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 year, this, that, the other. He's telling me everything about the jacket I have on. I'm like, dude, I got this at a friends and family store. I don't care, I just saw it, I liked it, and that was it. But he knew everything about that polo jacket.
So you could tell his mind worked different.
So he just kept on. Yeah, no, yeah, right from there. I mean, the A&R, Peter Kang had came up to me, from Relativity, said, hey, I'm sorry. I know he's talking your ear off. I said, no, you know what? I like that guy. I said, he's funny. He made me laugh. Like, I know he spoke a lot, but I said, no, but he was fine, man. I was like, he was just different, and that, like just him being appreciative of what we were doing. The beats, saying, man, I love your beats. I want to do beats like y'all. I want to, I want to get this. I want to get that. And,
what year is this?
He just showed his appreciation. Oof, it had to have been like 92, wow. 93, somewhere around there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this was like just right after Intoxicated Demons. Just like around, just after that. A little bit after that, yeah. I remember him coming to, on No ID, bringing him over, to my place in Queens. And he was just quiet in a corner.
You said this is 92?
Yeah, 92. It had to have been after Intoxicated Demon. It was after.
He was like 15 years old?
Yeah, he must have been 15, 16 years old at the time. Yep.
Wow. That's crazy. So then you said No ID brought him over to your house and he was just quiet? And
yeah,
what
just
year is
quiet
that?
in the corner. Just, That had to been after that time that I met him. So it was still, couldn't have been no more than 94.
Wow. Okay. So he's like probably like 17, 18 or
94,
something.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, something like that.
Were you surprised when you saw him blow up the way that he did?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that could have been No ID, right? But No ID was supposed to have a production deal. And he walked out of the studio. He took all his discs. I think Jay-Z and them offered him 100,000. And he was like, hell no, that's an insult for all the shit you want me to do. He got up, he took all his discs and walked out.
That's crazy.
So I guess no, Kanye was the next one in line. You know, so I remember him calling me. He says, "Oh, I'm gonna go out." Because he'd stay with me. He'd call me, he'd stay over my crib, or I think some girl in Brooklyn he knew. He'd stay over there, and yeah, I remember him. He was like, "Hey, I have a check I need to cash," and blah blah blah, and he goes, "I'm out of here." So
And you said the first time that you met Kanye was at DJ Honda's house?
yes.
Dang, DJ Honda. I've been trying to interview him. He's dope, man. Like he made so many bangers back in the day that I feel like he never really got his credit for that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I could get you his contact too.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. No problem.